Friendship is a virtue that builds bridges of communication between people of different countries of the world, promoting cultural and educational diversity. In this case, it is also about the humanity that developed countries display toward developing ones. Kosovo has the youngest population in Europe, and thousands of young people enter the job market every year without having a good chance of employment. Some of these youngsters have to go abroad for their work, and many of them go as unskilled workers. At the same time, we see that construction work is going on in Kosovo all the time. Roads and buildings are being built. So there is clearly a need for professional skilled workers both in Kosovo and in Western Europe. In this context, Norway has continuously helped Kosovo after the war by showing their generosity with actual support and assistance in various sectors of the development, including culture, education, environment, and private sector development. Like any other education system, the Kosovo education system too needs some improvement and changes. Hence, the Norwegian Government decided to build 2 vocational schools, Centres of Competence, one in Malishevo and the other one in Skenderaj. The locations of the 2 schools were chosen in close cooperation with the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology of Kosovo. They are meant as regional learning institutions, not only as local schools. The Center of Competence in Skenderaj will provide training for students in the field of construction, while the one in Malishevo in the field of trade, administration and business. The implementation of this project is directly linked to the efforts of Government of Kosovo and the international community in strengthening the education sector. The project was implemented by the International Management Group.
It has been a challenge from day one, starting from scratch, creating the concept of these 2 schools. It has been quite an interesting journey in terms of setting up the functionality of these 2 buildings, setting up the concept of these 2 buildings, which IMG has done.
The work of IMG has been at that point to coordinate the activities of the engineer responsible for the technical daily follow-up of the work and to follow up the activities of the 2 contractors in a daily basis.
These 2 schools will have the capacity of 850 students. Students who graduate from these schools will have completed training that is recognized in Kosovo and, even more importantly, in the European Union. Both of schools are sustainable. They are energy efficient, they use geothermal heating, solar panels, and utilize raining water. Both schools are built with the highest standards. They have already become model schools not only in Kosovo but also in the wider region. The 2 municipalities have provided the land where school buildings are built. They have also provided the necessary infrastructure such as the access road, electricity supply, water, sewage, and have completed all the necessary administrative procedures such as building permits. The construction and establishment of the 2 centers of competence in Malishevo and Skenderaj will improve the level of education, training, professionalism of the labor force in Kosovo. Both schools have been fully equipped with the top modern equipment financed by Norway, and some of the key teachers have attended teacher training in Norway. They should be well prepared to teach their new students. The foreseen budget for these 2 schools has been approximately 14.7 million euro. The Kosovo government has participated with 1.2 million euro for the construction phase. This is one of the biggest projects that the Norwegian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has undertaken in the Balkans.
And I believe that these schools will provide new opportunities for young people in Kosovo, and they will be good addition to the Kosovo education system and also ultimately help the Kosovo economy.